It's been a while since the last roster update, but 2K finally came through with another, and we're starting it off in a big way with Victor Wembanyama going up to a 95 overall. It's just his second season. This is ridiculous, but well-deserved for Wemby. The San Antonio Spurs have been decent this year, which is a lot more than you can say the past couple seasons, and I can't remember the last time we've seen a player at a 95 overall in year 2. Who's to say he can't make the jump to 96, 97 by the end of the season? We've got some other big men going up in overall as well. Evan Mobley +1 to an 89, almost cracking that 90 overall club. Triple J up to an 89 as well. He has been the leading scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies, who have been a great basketball team this year. Now we'll move on to just some of the individual teams. Starting off in Boston, a little bit of regression. I'm sure fans aren't too worried though. They've got a great team. Pritchard goes -1, so does Horford and Sam Hauser. Over in Brooklyn, you got Cam Johnson +1. It seems like a foregone conclusion that he'll get traded. I'm very curious to see where he ends up. Clax -1 overall. Zaire Williams +1. Jalen Johnson -1. And Keon Johnson goes +1. Karl Anthony Towns continues an elite campaign, an all-NBA type year in New York. He's a 93. Achua +2 to a 70. And Matt Ryan -1 to a 70 overall. Paul George, his overall continues to go down. He is an 84 overall. This has been a rough season for him. He has had an injury history, and he's getting up there in age. Caleb Martin goes up 1 to a 77. Lowry -1, another older player. And Doughton goes +1. For Toronto, 2K's hating. RJ, Scotty, Grady, all -1. Chris Boucher does go +2. He had a hot start in one of their games the other night. Ochai Agbaji and Bruce Brown -1. Jonathan Mobo also goes down 1. Jacoby Walter +1 and Jamal Sheed +1. So 2K was definitely paying a lot of attention to Toronto here. A whole lot of upgrades and downgrades across the board. Over in Chicago, Zach LaVine +1 to an 86 overall. He has been amazing throughout the season and since the turn of the new year. Josh Giddey up to an 81 overall. Ayo Dosunmu -1. Zoe goes -1. DePaul, Patrick Williams +2 to a 77. I'm not going to lie to you though. I don't know about that Patrick Williams contract. Javon Carter ends up going +2 and Buzelli's -1. Over in Cleveland, 2K showing them a lot of love, and oh my goodness, they could really break the Warriors 73-9 record if they continue to hoop this way. DG, Mobley, JA, and Ty Jerome all go +1. Dean Wade goes up 2. Man, Dean Wade has been on the Cavs for forever. The Detroit Pistons, Jalen Durham +1, Jaden Ivey +1, get well soon, Jaden Ivey. Toby Harris -1. Asar and Tim Hardaway Jr. both go up 1. Marcus Sasser -1 and Simone Fontecchio +1. I saw Tim Hardaway Jr. at a stat line the other night. I think it was like 25 points, and he had no assists, no rebounds, nothing, just straight buckets. A lot of Indiana love. They've started to get things together. Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner go up 1. Andrew Nembhard +2. Drace Walker +1. And Thomas Bryant up 2. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Chris Middleton, who was recently moved to the bench, goes up 1 along with Bobby Portis. Gary Trent +1. Ryan Rollins +2. And Darvin Ham's favorite player, Taurean Prince, -2. Moving on to Atlanta, who have continued a really solid season. D Hunt, Double O, both go up 1. Did y'all see that Trey shot? Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. Bogdanovich -1. Larry Nance goes up 1. Gary Bird +2. Keaton Wallace +1. And Vic goes up 2. For the Hornets, Brandon Miller -1. Mark Williams goes up 2. Miles Bridges and Isaiah Wong go up 1. Jimmy Butler only an 86. So is Bam. So some heat hating here from 2K. I'm not going to lie to you. Jimmy going down 2 is kind of crazy. The only reason, in my opinion, that his play dropped off before he was suspended is just because bro did not want to be there. Terry Rozier starting to pick things up a little bit. He's up to a 78. Kel'el Ware +4 to a 74. And Keishad Johnson +1 to a 69 overall. Wow, Goga. He's really revitalized his NBA career up to an 82. Shout out to Orlando. Through all the injuries, they continue to prevail. Anthony Black +1, Tristan Da Silva +1, Caleb Houston +2, and Trevelyan Queen a ridiculous +7 for the Washington Wizards. JP +2 to an 83 overall. Hey, I'd love to see JP get up to an 85, 86 one day. Malcolm Brogdon -1, Kyle Kuz +1, Alex Sarr and Corey Kispert go up 2, Bub Carrington and Sham Penny go up 1, and Kaishan George goes -1. Now we move on to Denver. Oh, I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook here. So Jamal Murray goes up 1, MPJ +1, AG -1, but Russ only +2. I think this is insane because I want to go back to another team. We're going to go over to Philadelphia where Paul George right here, he goes -2. He is still an 84 overall. I feel like Russell Westbrook has been a better player than Paul George this season. That's all I'm saying. And there's certain guys I feel that get a boosted overall because of the value of their name. You know what I mean? They're a big name player. So 2K is going to say, all right, we'll inflate your overall a little bit. But Russell Westbrook, who's a huge name, right? He doesn't get that same type of respect from 2K for whatever reason. I think bro should be maybe an 84. Is that crazy? Julian Strawther -1 to 76. And also Russ has a perfect game for a 2K overall because he rebounds, he assists, he does almost everything on the floor. Obviously the jumper isn't crazy, but you get what I'm saying. Moving on to Minnesota, the Ant hate is crazy, bro. He had a 50 piece. He's had big games. I don't know why he's going down. I think it really falls on Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. Randle goes up 1, Gobert -1, Conley regressing, Nickeil Alexander-Walker -1, DiVincenzo picking it up a little bit. He is up to a 77, and Josh Minot +3 to a 74. I know the whole conversation about Ant, oh, he's taking so many threes. The paint isn't open for him to attack because you got Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. That move to get rid of Cat looks awful. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a 98 for OKC. Shai has been awesome this year. The Thunder have been awesome. Hartenstein +1, well deserved. Lou Dort goes down 1. Aaron Wiggins, Kenny Hustle go +1. Isaiah Joe -1. AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams go +1. Thunder just so much depth on their roster, and Shai at the helm of everything. I wonder if we'll see somebody crack 99 overall this year, whether it be Joker, Shai Gilgeous, maybe Giannis. Portland Trailblazers, Denny Avdia +1 overall. Shaden Sharp +2. Jeremy Grant -1. Scoot goes +2. Maybe he can finally get things together. Delano Banton -2 to a 75. The Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen goes up 1 to an 85 overall. They've kind of got him in a different role this season, not using the ball or not having the ball as much, not getting as much usage. John Collins -1 to an 84. Colin Sexton +3. Jordan Clarkson +1. Keontae George -1. Bryce Sensabaugh goes up 3 to a 78. Drew Eubanks, Johnny Juzang, and Svi Mikhailuk go +1. All right, now we move on to the final few teams. You got the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green -1 to an 82 overall. Dang, the Wiggs hate is crazy. -2 to an 81. Dennis Schroeder -3. He has struggled since coming here. Hopefully he gets it together. Buddy Hield. Oh my gosh. My team's getting cooked. Trace Jackson Davis +2. B Pods goes up 1. Kyle Anderson goes up 1, but -4 for Hield down to a 76. He was an 85 earlier in the season, I believe. For the Clippers, Harden goes up 1. Zoo goes up 2. You could definitely make an argument for Harden having a little bit of a higher overall. KPJ and Terrence Mann go up 1. For the Lakers, AD -2. Yeah, he had that crazy start and has slowed down, so LeBron's back to being the highest rated player at a 95. Austin Reeves +2. He's been playing very well. Rui Hachimura -1. DFS. Dalton Connect also go -1. And Max Christie, who's been a starter for the Lakers, +3. Phoenix Suns, yeah, everything's kind of crumbling over there. Nurk goes down 1. Plumlee +1. Royce O'Neal, Josh Okogie -1. And Ryan Nunn, who's one of their few bright spots, goes up 1 to a 76. Over in Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox up to an 89 overall. DeMar -1 to an 86. He had some big clutch shots recently. Keon Ellis +1 to a 77. Trey Lyles +2 and Alex Len +3. Man, Alex Len has been on the Kings for a minute. So that will wrap up our entire... Oh, no it won't. Bro, I almost just completely left y'all hanging on these last few teams. My bad. We've got the Dallas Mavericks. Najee Marshall -1 to an 80 overall. Great wing player. Q Grimes +2 to a 79. Dinwiddie up to a 77 +1. Dwight Powell and Omax Prosper also go up 1 apiece. For the Rockets, it's Jalen Green going up 2. Yeah, the Rockets have been really good. Amen Thompson +1. Cam Whitmore +2. Steven Adams +1. Reed Shepard, who recently played in the G League, and Jayshawn Tate go down 1. We already talked about Triple J for the Grizz, but Desmond Mayen picking things back up. He's up to an 84 overall. Just all up across the board is Edie Wells, Pippen Jr., Jake LaRavia, and Luke Kennard go up 1 overall for Memphis. We'll wrap it up with the Pels and the Spurs. CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy III go up 1 apiece. CJ's had some big games lately. Jordan Hawkins -1. Daniel Tice +2. Talked about the Wemby +3. And then both Harrison Barnes and Stephon Castle go -1 to a 78. That is it for the latest 2K roster update. I would say the big highlight, the big news out of all this was Victor Wembanyama going up to a 95 overall. Ridiculous stuff there. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.